fine. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Vice Press Open Channel Christmas Special. I'm James Henshaw, and as ever, I'm joined by our very own Matt Ferguson.
Right.
Our brother from another hemisphere, Mr. Florey. And the Drops, Tom Luther.
What's up,
How's everyone doing this evening?
I can't get this fucking link to copy to post it.
Like a live link, or what do you want to post?
I can't do it.
Well, what are we talking about here?
So I think, Matt, so are you trying
Captain.
to retweet this, Matt, as we're
trying
kind
to
of
just
live?
post it on Facebook, and I can't do it because I'm a dickhead.
Right. So anyway, how are you, Florey? How are you doing, man? It's been a while since we've actually spoke. I think last time we did one of these live was the last time I've seen you.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm in a bit of a shambles. I couldn't find my headphones until about 40 seconds ago, as you guys all saw, because I've pulled my room apart without thinking how long that would take to put back together. Then I had a bit of some sort of existential crisis going, oh my God, I've got mental issues. Why have I got so much fucking stuff in this room? And then I threw it all back in there, just like literally I was in there because we had to, everything was all over the bed. Everything was in like the kids' bedrooms. I'm like, just leave it. Now I'm back in here and it sucks and I hate it.
Well,
but we're doing this.
So I mean, it's looking pretty impressive. I mean, your lights are always really good anyway. I mean, talking about backgrounds, I think I'm the only one here that hasn't moved. Tom, you've been through a house move, haven't you?
Yeah, true. But last time we did this, this was already going on. So but I have to do some changes because but I just didn't have the time yet because so many things happening in my life.
So many things.
And Matt, you're in the Transformers cave.
I'm in my basement that I converted into my office / Transformers museum.
Did you read?
It's not quite full, as you may notice. There needs to be more Transformers. See, my wife said when you've finished this project of yours and you start putting all your stuff on your shelves, you realise you've got too many Transformers and you won't need any more. All I've realised is I need at least 50% more. I feel.
By the way, Matt, I really love the neon sign, and you had it up at Thought Bubble too.
Yeah, that's the convention sign, but also I thought I may as well have it.
I think it looks really good.
Sick.
And also, I'm turning up, guys, in a second, my level. But people saying in the chat here, we need to send James a fake mustache or beard so you can keep the look going on for the team. And also, Stephen Sutcliffe says, my daughter just said language, Matt. Lol.
What are they talking about? Facial hair.
Come on. Language. Sorry, Stephen's daughter. Language.
Get out now.
It's going to get worse.
Get out now because it's only going to get worse.
This has an explicit banner, I believe, on YouTube. And anyway, on about facial hair.
I will watch it, though.
He can go fuck himself because this is a week's worth of growth.
That's a week? This is a week. This stubble here is one day. I shaved this morning.
Let's be honest. Facial hair is not going to improve this. This is already perfect.
You've got the
exactly
top
right.
hair though. See, I've not got the top hair. So,
Is that what we're calling it? Top hair now?
Top hair.
I think it's just called hair.
It's just not hair. No, this is where the hair is.
Oh, is this top hair?
This
mid hair?
This is
anything
man
else
hair.
Man hair. Is that what it is? Yeah. That's what we call it.
I've got real man hair. Yeah.
I mean,
so for anyone joining in the live chat, if they do have any questions or want to throw anything out, Tom will do his best to curate those and throw them out during the course of the episode.
Just interrupt us, Tom, and say so-and-so says what, because it's more the merrier.
You know, someone wants to give us grief, that's fine. I think, so on the topic of today's episode, I think it's fair to say that 2021 has been a bit of another shit show of a year. So with regards to this Christmas episode, we thought we'd spread a little Christmas joy and talk about some of the best things to come out of 2021. So we'll be talking about our top 3 films, our top 3 TV shows, top 3 collectibles, and of course, posters as well. There will be absolutely no Spider-Man spoilers as well.
Everything else also, it's all right. It's been spoilt for me by dickheads on Twitter. So it's
also in the chat, guys.
I'd say spoilers.
Keep it clean in the chat, please.
Yeah. Definitely keep it clean in the chat. We're allowed to swear.
No. I meant spoiler free in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Also, that as
everybody can swear, but just keep in mind there might be youngsters watching, i.e., Stephen's daughter. But...
She's 13 and used to it, he says.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Oh, well, 13.
Come on. When I was 13, foul disgusting.
I mean, me and Matt grew up in Yorkshire, so 13-year-old.
Hey, that's when I was 14. I stopped drinking and smoking. So it's a
Cheers to
fact.
that.
It's a fact. I'm 20 years sober, basically.
Good. Did you have it? Was it a particularly hard-edged preteen kind of experience? Is that what caused it?
No, I was doing it, and then I was doing it for the ladies because I was like, everybody,
At 14?
yeah, everybody in the clique was like drinking and being cool and stuff like that, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna like swim against the stream and to do the total opposite, and yeah, it worked. It was like, what? You're not drinking? What's up with you? And then so I got him talking, and I was in, got the foot in the door.
You did it to look interested and be different.
Did you guys have the black like straight edge crosses and things that people used to like biro onto their hands and things when they didn't do drink or caffeine and stuff?
What the hell are you talking about?
Like it was a punk thing, I think, wasn't it? You used to do. Was it a black
X's on the
cross?
back of their
Yeah. When there were straight edges.
Yeah, no, I don't pay any attention to anything like that.
I mean, I was a bit of a sucker for fads. I mean, yeah, I still am, I guess.
This I've never been into any kind of fad ever, apart from turtles. I was into turtles.
Did whatever stupid shit I wanted to do.
Yeah,
and then
and
this is why I got bullied.
Wrapping my hair.
This is why I got bullied relentlessly in my youth, because obviously I used to go to school dressed as Captain Kirk or in corduroy's shirt and waistcoat.
That sounds fun.
Be like, nice to meet you.
I just took off my corduroy shirt, so
totally their target.
Corduroy's cool.
It is cool.
Corduroy's the best
I think
material.
I got corduroy shoes, man. They're wicked.
I think it's back in fashion right now.
In pog form.
That would be because I started wearing corduroy and then everybody copied.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's the corduroy club.
The corduroy club.
But the problem with fashion at the moment
start everything.
They're all picking the wrong things. So the kids are all dressing 90s, right? We lived through the 90s. Everyone looked terrible. Everything was huge. The kids? You're all so tiny. You've still got these bodies and like, you know what I mean? Like, wear things smaller. Don't wear your pants like absolutely fucking massive, dragging on the ground. It's ridiculous. We did it. It was terrible.
Like such an old man.
But it's back.
We lived through that. The whole FUBU jeans. Did you have FUBU jeans, Florey? Did you kind of get that?
I had.
I would have had a
criminal
FUBU
damage and stuff like that.
I had FUBU.
Crisscross colors.
I had FUBU. I had Fila. I had WooWear. I had Echo. I had all the good stuff. Card Kanai and all that.
You really went to town.
Good stuff.
I can imagine you. What were the trucker caps?
Out of you guys
on Dutch
and people watching, how many people had a wallet with a chain attached?
Nope.
I did.
Never.
James did.
Never.
Of course
Who liked The Offspring?
Of course I did.
There we go.
Offspring was okay.
I never really liked The Offspring.
They had Smash. When Smash was out, that was a huge. Everyone had that, but I didn't really understand it.
You see,
Blink 182.
I can't be. Yeah, Blink 182. Yeah, of course. Blink 182. It was that whole kind of. I mean, I would try and be cool as a year, but it was Americana was the Offspring album that kind of, and then what was it? Enema of the State for Blink 182, and
I liked Cohen. Cohen were a good band.
Follow the Leader. Yeah, Cohen. Yeah. Oh, I liked Follow the Leader. Deftones, White Pony. Those kind of ones.
I listened to that in the garden the other day. It's still fucking good.
That's the good
I was ripping out dead plants, and it was really worked for me.
Yeah, they were so.
Well, yeah, Cohen are underrated.
Anyway,
Cohen got lumped in with all that shit. Shut up, James. With all that shit, like your Offsprings and your whatnot, but they're better than that.
I'll say this about Cohen though. Just guys, go enjoy your money. You don't need to keep making albums, because they put one out the other day and I got about 48 seconds into the song and I was like, oh my God, dudes, just chill. Like, you made enough coin. You're old enough. You can just go do something else.
It's the same as a lot of those bands. Like, again, Offspring, their most recent album was dog shit. Oh my God.
I can't believe they still exist.
The only band that can pull it off, that do banger after banger after banger, is Weezer.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave that there, and I think we're gonna move on.
Oh, very subjective, I guess.
But yeah.
Anyway, films. Should we do films?
Yeah,
let's do top three films. So, who wants to go first? Florey. I guess
Are we going straight in and saying our top 3? Or are we going like this is one, talk about it, then this is another, talk about it, then this is
let's just throw one in.
I think there's going to be a lot of I think there's going to be
throw one in the pot.
Yeah, Florey's going to throw one in and tells us why he likes it.
Mine's going to be a quick one because I can't really say anything about it. But I saw Spider-Man No Way Home the other day. So that goes on the list because that's a good film with Spider-Man.
That's Spider Guy.
And that's all I'll say. And that's all I'll say. So that's a quick one.
I can say something to that
it.
at least. I think it did pretty well, and I enjoyed it. So
it's incredible that it exists, and I can't believe that it works at all. And this is from me saying that because I didn't want this movie when they said that
we
this
wanted
was
Craven, didn't we?
I just wanted Spider-Man in New York by himself doing Spider-Man.
I mean,
but what they've managed to do here is pretty incredible, and that's all we'll say.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. We've on the subject of this, we can talk about it a bit in terms of what we've chatted about in our kind of geeky little nerdy Facebook group. I will attest to that. I think the problem that I've had with this Spider-Man series so far, all the films have been great, but it's just missed that core Spider-Man thing, which is a kid swinging about in New York, just battling rhinos and scorpions and things like that. Everything's been heightened, and I guess arguably we've had that before with the Raimi stuff and the Amazing Spider-Man things.
Because they haven't made it in a bubble.
Yeah, but I like
they've had to work off something
when the guys like do a flip. That's
Do a
so
flip.
cool.
Yeah.
You know the guy who's got the boombox. You know who that is?
Who is it?
That is the punk on the bus in Star Trek 4.
Okay.
Oh, I knew that.
And he's like a producer. He's like quite a big time producer.
Has everyone seen Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
We know he's the same guy that records them on the bus. The character in that says, "Yo, Spider-Man,
that's
do
the
a
same
flip."
dude. Yeah.
It's the same
Is
guy.
it?
Yeah.
He's on holidays and he's running his blog.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Oh, cool.
Do a flip. I like that bit.
Yeah.
So what about number 2 then, Florey?
Number 2, no one's going to agree with this. And I don't know if the guys have seen it except for Tom, but he's definitely not going to agree. Halloween Kills.
I've
It's
still not seen it.
one of my
Halloween
movies
kills
of the year.
my mood. That's what I'm going to say to that, man. Oh, man. This movie was shite.
Now,
Halloween
let me
was
explain
good,
what.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me explain what my top 3. The reason why this top 3 is the way it is for everything. I was like, look, I'm busy. I don't have time to think about this. So what I'm going to do is just go, what did I enjoy the most this year? What made an impact? What do I even remember seeing? Because I literally had to go, what movies came out this year? I really couldn't be bothered. But I had I love Halloween, like the original, and the sequels it's a wibbly wobbly line that is usually pretty low. So when they brought it back with 2018, I was like, yes, finally we can like Halloween again. Like it's good. There's a good thing here. They fucked it up, kinda. They did weird shit. They made weird.
No, Halloween Kills, you mean?
No, wait. Yeah, Halloween Kills. They
killed me.
They didn't do what I wanted them to do. They made some really weird decisions. They hired some actors that shouldn't have been hired. The story kind of sucks. I had a really great time with it. How much
did you have to drink?
Chopped out.
How much did you have to drink?
I did drink while I was watching it, and I'll explain, right? So the part of the thing was that we were in lockdown still for day 280 or whatever it ended up being, and I was like, I just want to watch something. So it did, and it wasn't coming out here, and we don't have HBO Max. So God knows how I watched it. A miracle happened, right? So I just sat here by myself. It just showed up on my iMac here, and I sat in the dark. Actually, I think I put it was all orange in here. I put it on. I sat down with a drink and my favorite chips, and I watched it by myself with headphones on, and I had a fucking great time. There's flashbacks, there's stupid shit, there's
Thank you,
brutal fucking killing, and I just had a really good time with it.
Audience.
So I don't really care that it's.
Well, that's a bit like the Rise of Skywalker. Like you hated that, right?
I hate that.
Well, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun Flash Gordon movie. I just had fun watching it. It was just, if you put it in context with the other films, it doesn't make any sense. And it's a load of old bullshit. But I was like, this is stupid. Where did those spaceships come from? Who cares? It's fine. Lightning.
like with Halloween Kills, it seems to be quite different. We haven't seen it yet because I missed it at the cinema because it was only on for like 2.5 days or something, and it hasn't been on streaming over here to my
I
knowledge.
think it's coming
But
soon, yeah.
Does it? It looks quite divisive, but I really enjoyed the other one, and I think any excuse to kind of change things up and fuck it up a bit, it's always going to create division. I think like Last Jedi and stuff. The problem going back to the Rise of Skywalker, the problem I had with that is I enjoyed it, I had fun, but you're always kind of teased with this: what could have been, what could they have done, what. That's the problem that I had with that. But you kind of have to put these things into silos, I guess, which is frustrating. But I am looking forward to seeing Halloween Kills just because of how, I guess, reactionary people are in terms of this is great or this is shit or whatever. I think it's kind of
I quite like when a load of people say something shit and then I watch it and I think, well, it's not that bad. And then I can tell everybody, you're all stupid idiots.
Tom, you've got to say that it has good elements. There are definitely good sequences and stuff. Halloween Kills has amazing elements in it.
That's what I'm asking.
The flashback.
Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Flashback looks good. I saw a bit of flashback.
And the fucking kills are just some of the kills are absolutely. He's just brutal in this one. Like, it's insane, and the way that he moves, and I think it's shot well, and I like the way that it continues directly from the last one. So we just roll straight into it and all this sort of shit, and it makes it. And I thought that because, you know, with the end of 2018, we'll spoil that. Like, obviously, he's in the fire, he's dead, right? But even the way that he gets out of that, I was like, this is somewhat believable. Like, there's no.
But yeah, Tom's just like, no.
But yeah, like, I mean, I'm sorry, this is spoiler territory. If you don't want to hear it, then don't listen now. But Florey, come on, he gets out of there. The firefighters are there, and like nobody's gonna like.
Fucking kills him.
Nobody asks, hey. Are you okay, sir? Can we help you? Nobody asked that. They just kept swinging their axes. Are you kidding me?
Well, because he comes out and kills that one dude right in the face. That's why. Then they're like, oh, shit. But then he fucking kills them all. So that's awesome. In a fight.
Spent too long on this film now. Spent too long.
Yeah.
Go watch the Screen Rant here, pitch meeting for it. Then you're good to go. If you watch the pitch meeting, then you know... Okay. My take on this one.
I don't know what that means, but I like the stupid film. And what was my last one? Hold up. One question here while you think. Because Xbox Steve wanted to know, can I please ask why you've changed your shipping tubes to new ones he's not fond of?
What do you want to do? Kill the planet, Steve?
Plastic free, Steve.
Just kill the planet.
Also, we're reiterating them again. We're doing a bit of
Yeah. They are a work in progress. I mean, with anything that's new, there's always going to be teething problems.
We're going to get... I've done tape that says open here because a load of people are trying to get in on the caps when there's a bit there. So, you know, it'll say open here with arrows on. So then if anybody doesn't open there, goes in through the end where they're not meant to and fucks up the poster, that's their own bloody stupid fault, Steve.
Yeah. We think some of the main problems are with international customs are open and they don't know how to get into them, so they're pushing in the end. So, and this most recent iteration of them, the most recent stuff shipping out. So Halloween was the old one. So if you got the Halloween, don't worry, we've got plenty of spares. So if any turn up damage, we can renumber them and things. It's fine. There's no problem there. With the most recent ones, the top is sealed in and thicker as well. So anybody, unless they really ram it, they're not going to be able to get in through the top. But we are trying to be conscious just about the amount of plastic we use. So we're working on it. Bear with us. If something arrives damaged, just let us know and we can replace it. It's not a problem. But we deal in a lot of paper. We deal in a lot of plastic. We have to cut down where we can, and we have to be conscious where we can.
Captain Planet.
Yeah.
So
number 3, Florey.
Dune. I'll put Dune.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say Shang-Chi. Just because it was I don't know. I thought that was really well done, and it came at the right time as well, similar to Halloween, because I think that was my first movie back. So we got things delayed, and they still put them out because we were still in lockdown. But when we came out, I saw Shang-Chi, and then 2 weeks later I saw Eternals, so I was having a great time. Now, Dune, fucking incredible. Like, how does he do it? How does he do it, this kid? He's got a lot. He's going to go far, this Denis Villeneuve. He's all right.
It's like what James Cameron said the other day. It's like, it's epic in a way that a lot of films aren't now. It's really sort of it sits back and it just getting.
So I went and saw it by myself.
It's really good.
I
went and saw it by myself in the morning, in an almost empty theater, which is the best way to see any movie that you really want to see. Is at 10:30 a.m.
It's the best time.
It really is.
And you don't have to deal with any fucking dudes that are like, I can't decide what time should we go. Should we eat first? No, book ticket, done. I absolutely loved it. And it is very much like, I don't think it's the story and all that. This is coming from a guy that's never read the books, by the way. So everything moves very quickly. There's a lot going on. It's like we're watching the first.
I read the book about 10 times, me. Like one of my favorite.
Yeah, who reads books? What do you need to read books for? There's movies.
I think Tom's having some kind of seizure over your choices in films.
No. He said it moves fast, and I was like, I was like,
does move
it moves incredibly fast.
I thought it was like watching the whole first season of Game of Thrones in the first half an hour. Like they're just introducing all these houses and all these planets, and you're gleaning like what they're all about.
Yeah,
just because it's quite sparse. There's not a lot of dialogue and stuff.
It does an awful lot of showing, not telling.
Yeah. So the design and the movement of every single thing, just all felt like it worked together. Even though they had their kind of, each planet has its theme or each house has its theme. It just still all felt like they went to the guys that build the ships and were like, oh, can you do us one that does this? And it's like, yeah, there's a few companies and they do them there. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, oh, ours are bright yellow made out of, and don't have chrome windows. Oh, ours, like they just blob along like this. Then they're made out of goo. Everything felt like could be in a real world that existed and ran on this weird spice shit.
That's a really good point. That's the thing that, I mean, me and Matt went to see it, and I think in terms of cinematic experiences, I felt like, and there's a couple of times this year that I felt like this, but I felt like a kid. It was an experience. It was a proper cinema experience, and it was amazing. And I've read the book, I think, through 2 or 3 times, and nothing feels missed. There's stuff, it kind of moves, it world builds really well. But again, the aesthetics of it, the costume design, the ship design, and everything feels like it could be... It not real world's the wrong way, but the aesthetics of it kind of feels grounded. I hate that word.
It's like Alien and Blade Runner and films like that, where it's all sort of made for a reason, and it sort of seems like plausible, even though it's not. Like the ornithopters, they're bullshit. They wouldn't work in real life, but the way they approach them and present them just seems very mechanical and real. It's really good.
Do you guys like the Lynch version? That's a question from the audience here.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't like all the voiceovers in it and stuff. Yeah, that's how they presented the story. Like the visuals are great in that movie.
That's better. That's better I think in the June 21 version. I'd say so myself. Then my problem was like Alan Campbell is mentioning this here. I almost fell asleep during June. So slow, but too loud to sleep. I had the first time, it was okay.
God, you can't. Alan's never happy. He doesn't want to go and see Marvel films because too much happens. He don't want to go and see Dune because not enough happens.
He's a grumpy old man. Right? There's two bits that got me. There was when the Reverend Mother's ship takes off in the rain, and you can't see it because of all the fucking weather, and there's that crazy loud music, and it's not showing the spaceship. Showing off, it's just really sort of like, wow. You just see the engine lights, and then the bagpipes. When the bagpipes first come in, I was like, they are annoying. I don't like the bagpipes. And then there's 20 guys playing bagpipes, and I was like, shut the fuck up. What is this? And then people start shouting Atreides. But then later on, when they attack and that music comes back, when Josh Brolin's like, let's get him, that is just
I have to say,
shield drilling bombs.
Yeah.
The shield drilling bomb thing was fucking insane. The way that looked, how it like exploded inside the shield. That shit was fucking insane. Go, Tom.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it wasn't so slow as Alan had described it here, but I had the problem in some scenes where I was like, okay, I got it. Let's move on. Let's go. Especially watching it the second time. The first time it was a lot of awe and
the second
time
I liked it more because I love that, like the spaceship that comes down at the beginning with the herald. The dude's got like a carpet on his spaceship flank. You know, the gangplank comes out and there's like a blue carpet, and then they've got like that old desk.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the thought that they brought an old desk to sign the contract on. It's like, guys.
But there was real humor in that comment as well. There was humor in that moment as well when, like, I can't remember, but
Smile Gurney.
yeah, and they kind of just took the piss out of it, going, "Oh, you know, about it being tradition or whatever." And it's kind of just similar to especially the UK and I guess other countries with their political things. I think there was a surprising amount of levity I found in June as well.
It's my film of the year, and I'll just butt in now because I really
Perfect.
Yeah, you go to your.
And June's my film of the year because of the verisimilitude, which I said on Twitter, and some people were like, "What even is that word?" I was like, "Use a dictionary." Anyway,
always a $5 word.
But it came from
it's a type of noodles, isn't it?
It came from Superman for me because that's what Richard Donner had made up when he was making Superman. He said it needs to be verisimilitude, which is real within the story that you're presenting, so it needs to make sense and feel real and plausible within that. Because obviously Superman's not realistic. The way they present Superman in that original Superman movie, anyway, is like it's real, even though it's completely ridiculous. And there's films like that I really respond to. So it's things like Ghostbusters is like that.
Is it
Back to the Future is like that? Jurassic Park's like that. You know, those sorts of films where everything within the world that they've created there in that film is just presented and feels like very authentic to that experience. Yeah. The last time I felt like I did watching June was probably like Gladiator, I think. I remember Gladiator really knocking my socks off because it just felt like really sort of like, oh, that's kind of like what Rome was really like. Cool.
Isn't it also like 20 years?
Even though it's not what Rome was really like, Gladiator, it's not even a little bit like.
No, because I didn't bloody have a.
I'm going to use
within the film.
It took
me out of it that he was Australian though. It was like,
shut up.
Father to a murdered wife. Yeah, bloody. What is he like? Hey, what are we going to get into a bit of a battle here or what? Come on now, guys.
The rules.
That's why you can't watch The Matrix and shit, right?
Everyone in the Matrix is Australian. Every actor that's not.
They're all in like Home and Away, aren't they?
Yeah, like
the whole verisimilitude thing's quite important because I think that can be what ruins films. I'll use an example here. So films set their own rules, and I think Temple of Doom's a really good example where Indy jumps out and they parachute down with the fucking dinghy. It's like that could never happen, but when you kind of start to expand on everything within it, it's kind of okay, yeah, that's acceptable. Stuff that really does my head in. I watched Sonic the Hedgehog last night. Generally quite a fun film. Enjoyed it. However, what I didn't like is in the speed racing scenes, it breaks its own fucking rules because he's running around and everything's in slow motion and whatever. Then he takes a picture on his phone, but that flashes in real time. So I'm like, no, you've just broken your own fucking rules there. That but annoyed me. But it's that kind of thing.
Isn't it sometimes when they have the slow motion and you're faster when you touch an object, it travels the same speed as you is, so the flash is at the same time then?
Yeah, no.
It's a flash is a mechanical function on the phone.
Well, there's another example of that. Another example of that is in the X-Men and
Quicksilver.
Those movies suck, whatever. Yeah, Quicksilver. So there's parts in that where he's catching and pushing people or whatever. It doesn't do it every time, but there's parts in it where he'd put his hand behind their neck and then shoot off so that he doesn't break their spine. Yeah. In Sonic, obviously, that does not happen. So he's doing all this stuff, and you're like, these people would all be dead. You just moved that guy's leg.
There's a bit where he's carrying a turtle.
You grab somebody's leg at like that speed of light, basically. The leg would just come off. And the person would
anyway, I think I've spoken about Sonic the Hedgehog for far too long. What's your second film?
I'm gonna go with Shang-Chi. I really love. I just think it was a brilliant movie, really entertaining, and the reason why the arc in the film, the journey from a dude who's parking cars and he lives in a garage. Then he does a cool fight on a bus, and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. He's quite a cool dude. then by the end, he's riding around on fucking dragons and saving the universe, and he's just a total badass out of nowhere, but really cool. And then you just think, well, when they bring him into the other Marvel movies, he's gonna be like
cool.
And also, his dad is the best
Yes, Florey.
in my life. He's the coolest.
One word.
Ever.
One word. Wenwu. 2 words. Power suit.
When
he goes into that mahjong fucking thing and he has a rolled up double-breasted suit on and he just fucks those guys up
with his kid there, and he's just like, "Look, you've got to see this."
Got to make him tough, man. There was an episode of Bluey Marvel recently where they tell a story of the dad back in the 80s, and the excuse for everything that happens is it was the 80s. And this guy fucking killing all these dudes in front of his son, it was the 80s.
It was the 80s. We've all been there. I think what Shang-Chi managed to do, in my eyes, in one film is what it took Iron Man 3 films to do. It's what Captain America took several films to do. It kind of managed to condense that. And I think it was I'm not saying the Marvel Cinematic Universe was getting stale. It wasn't. But I think it was kind of a bit of an injection boost.
Really kickstarted it up
in terms of that. Yeah. It made it exciting again. And then they released Eternals.
And I heard, didn't they say...
Hey, you haven't seen it, have you?
I haven't seen it yet, so it was just a pithy throwaway comment.
You know, boy.
What you say?
Didn't they? I think they just announced that they want Jackie Chan for the next Shang-Chi, like have him in there.
I'll take it.
I think that would be cool. I like that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. How about you, Tom?
Hey, I've not said my 3 yet.
Matt has one more.
Oh, sorry. All right, go.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Not because it was like
no spoilers.
Not because it was a brilliant, amazing film. No spoilers because you've not seen it. It was a good film, but it just was. It was a really nice sort of like hug film, and it just felt.
I thought it was
not the fan pleasing stuff that they do, which was fun to watch and everything when they do the Ghostbusters stuff.
Yeah.
But just the stuff with the family and the kids and all that was done very Amblin style, and I thought it was really nice and a nice change of pace.
I thought it was also very delightful and just a very entertaining, good fun.
Yeah, it was just a lovely film, and not a huge scale. It wasn't like cities being exploded. It wasn't this sort of stuff. It was much more grounded and just about the family and smaller scale, and because of that, I enjoyed it a lot more.
I agree. I mean, I don't think it's any secret that I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, as we'll get onto with my list, but. I did tear up, and I thought I thought 80% of the film was perfect. I thought it reminded me of Namblin. I think its closest relation in terms of a film was probably Goonies.
Goonies, Monster Squad, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it just felt so good. And like I took my nephews to see it, and they really loved it as well. And they kind of responded to it. It was funny. It was heartwarming. It was everything I wanted in a Ghostbusters film. I think, again, we're not going to spoil it, but going into, I think the transition into the fan service stuff is the only negative. But actually, on balance, it was all fine. And on balance, it kind of was really kind of terrible.
It wasn't done so badly, and it's kind of nice to see that stuff like in HD. Basically,
no, there's like one
you see
scene,
those effects.
And for me,
done now, but they're still shit. It's really well done the way they do the effects and stuff.
It's not like I mean I'm not a diehard Ghostbusters fan, but I think overall it was I think it was very subtle on the fan service for me, at least, that from what I remember. So I think they did very well. And Marco Carranza's asking, is No Way Home not being counted because none of them seen it? That's not true. Florey and I have seen it, and
I have not seen it.
That was the first one, Marco. So I guess you joined us late, my friend.
Marco, it's not on my list because I've not seen it due to the fact that I have to cancel my tickets.
But just in
it's
terms
probably
of
my favorite of the year, though. Spider-Man. I'm going to put it at the top.
Yeah.
I just fucking loved it. I had a great... And you saying about tearing up in Ghostbusters, mate. I was crying in this fucking stupid Spider-Man movie. So what are you going to do?
James?
Right. But I think with Ghostbusters, I think it was just one scene. There was one scene missing, I think, that would have just tied things together.
You could tell. Again, it's one of those where you could tell the pandemic curtailed it, and they would have done a preview screening and gone, right, we need to do a pickup on this, and literally one day of filming to do one scene would have solved it.
All I need to know, having not seen it, is Ghostbusters back.
Ghostbusters is
Can
so
we have
bad.
more?
Yeah,
Can we have more?
Oh,
loads.
we
Is it
can
good?
have.
It's good. We can have more. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I would
Okay,
welcome
thank you.
more Ghostbusters films in that universe.
Different,
and there's somebody
different
that's
ones, different places, different everything. It's opened it up big time.
and as somebody that I was, I was a kid when Ghostbusters first came out, but as someone that's in their late 30s and has been a lifelong Ghostbusters fan, I think it was great, and I don't think the critical reception. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, but we'll not go into that too much. Tom, how about you? What's your?
I think the segue would be good because I guess Ghostbusters on your list as well. So how about you take your list then? I think as a segue. So
yeah. So thank you. So Ghostbusters Afterlife was one of mine, and again, I'll not dive into that too much. June was on there as well. June's on there, and I said to Matt, me and Matt went to see June, and then I went to see Ghostbusters on my own. I said to Matt, it was annoying. I found it annoying that a new Ghostbusters film wasn't my favorite film that I saw that week.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Wow.
Ghostbusters is brilliant, but Dune is like operating
it's just
on a
next
whole
level.
other level.
Dune's a culture. That Dune film is going to be a cultural touchstone, I think.
Yeah.
Especially
if
the only problem with Dune, the only problem with Dune is that it doesn't go for 6 hours, and we got to watch it all. That's the problem.
The sequel,
that was the only thing that frustrated me. It was at the end when it ended, and I was like, well, I was just getting going here. Like, I don't care how long it is. I was going.
Sorry, Tom. June's long-term success is going to rest on how good Part 2 is. If Part 2 is dog shit, then Part 1 is irrelevant.
I don't think he knows how to make dog shit.
He's not made a bad movie, is he?
But it's like Lord of the Rings, isn't it? If Two Towers and Return of the King had been terrible, no one would have been bothered about Fellowship. But they kind of.
Well, it's Game of Thrones. Who rewatches Game of Thrones? Because you fucked it.
So I think.
Dead to me.
Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, to add on to Florey, my girlfriend was like saying at the end, "Oh, let's go home and watch the rest of the Lynch film." Then, just exactly at that point.
Stop. Okay.
So yeah.
Well, the Lynch film is completely wrong. It changes the book. What happens in the Lynch film is fucking not in the book.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know because
the shit with the water and the raining and all that. That's bullshit. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So the Dune 2 will not do that.
No.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
And my other one.
That did seem weird. That always seemed weird. Anyway,
it was a bit of a strange one. My other one was No Time to Die.
That was a good
absolutely,
movie,
absolutely loved it.
No time to be over. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man!
Oh God, Tom! Some Russian film will be number one, then some other one, and it
was great fun. That movie.
I'm mad today. I'm mad today and like being grumpy.
Again, Bond has been such a kind of thing in my life, as everyone, I guess. I love James Bond, and I think No Time to Die was kind of it closed that loop. And I just think there was a lot of it that was quite nostalgic. I think the nods to On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the musical cues as well, and kind of using We've Got All the Time in the World at the start of the overtures.
I've got something to say about that James Bond movie, which is really weird, right? Have you all seen it?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So he goes to get his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing like dungarees, right? In my brain, she's wearing dungarees, and all I could start thinking was he was going to start like shouting, "Jenny, Jenny!" Because it was like Commando. He goes to an island to save his daughter. I swear she was wearing the same outfit as Jenny in Commando. That's all I could think. And then there's loads of John Carpenter references. The thing that
this must be the island where they're keeping Jenny.
Plane thing that he goes in that goes under the water is from Escape from LA. I was like,
I have
what the hell's going on?
I have to say this that I like the first like 20 to 25 minutes, like the first action scene, which was really Bond and really good, and I really liked the Havana scene, and I liked the way it looked. That those are the parts I enjoyed. The rest of it was like meh.
Yeah, I can get people's criticisms, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell somebody that they're wrong.
I wouldn't say it's shit. I wouldn't say it's shit. That's not what I'm saying. It was okay.
Havana, I think across the whole Craig kind of thing, it's not the best Craig one. I think it's probably second, maybe third. But I think that Havana sequence was the best sequence of any.
I want to see
film.
Ana de Armas. I want to see her again.
Oh, she was incredible. She was incredible, man.
She's always the best.
That was a great scene. But yeah, welled up. I'm, must be in an emotional state in a minute. But that was that I thought it was great. I thought it was kind of a nice little cap, and now it opens them up to do a 60s, 70s set James Bond starring Richard Madden.
Yeah, no chance.
Who do you guys want to see as the next Bond?
If only.
I think Richard Madden would do it good.
Richard Madden. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got to be him after seeing Eternals, and obviously when he was in Rocket Man,
he's like a grumpy. He's a grumpy.
He can't act.
Sorry.
He's a grumpy.
In Eternals, he was so bad. He was like, I'm Mr. Robot Richard Madden. I don't know what to do. Sorry.
Have you seen Rocket Man though? He's brilliant.
He was better in Rocket Man, but in Bodyguard he was, or whatever it was called, was good. But Eternals he was shit.
Aren't they robots in Eternals then? Right, basically. So. Well,
he was too wooden.
They're genetically created.
I thought that was the point. That was the point of him. He couldn't let it. He couldn't. I can't do it. I can't talk about it without spoiling why.
We talk after, Florey.
But you can't.
I just know from the comic book.
Yeah.
They're sort of like created, aren't they?
So how about you, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. It's not in a particular order, but I'm going to start off with a really good one that hasn't been mentioned. It has been mentioned in the chat, and it's The Green Knight. I really had a good time.
Oh,
it's a
God.
10 of
The Green Knight was fucking
10 of 10.
Pain-stricken. Oh God, it was like having somebody screwing nails into my eyes. It was awful. It was so long and boring and shit.
Are you talking about Dune again?
No, Green Knight. Oh my God. Oh God, he jizzed onto a belt. I was just like,
that was good stuff. I really had a good time, and I made all my students
A24 film through and through. So A24.
I made my students watch it, and they didn't like it though, but they liked the poem better than the movie. But it's okay.
The poem is better than the movie. Yeah.
The poem's not 2.5 hours long.
If you read it in one go.
Oh, is it? I've never read it.
It's not very.
It has like 2,200 lines or so.
It is a Tom film, that Green Knight.
People were saying it looked really good, and the cinematography.
I really enjoyed it. It looked really good. I had a good time.
It's shocking. There's scenes in it where it's just pitch black. There's no lighting to
I'll give you that.
the characters, and you can't see anything. And it's just like, put a light in the background so the guy is silhouetted at least. Come on.
I mean,
I have to admit, so I haven't seen it, right? But I am compelled to watch it.
I like his films as well. His other films are brilliant. David Lowery, it's great.
But I also like the guy that's playing Gawain. Gary.
Dog Millionaire.
Yeah.
Dev Patel.
They just pronounce it Gary in the film, so
I'm really excited. He's just signed up to play the founder of Chippendales in the Chippendales movie, which should be quite interesting.
But yeah.
Anyway,
sorry, like Rescue Rangers, or
Green Knight was lots of fun here, and I'm going chronologically by what I've seen this year. And next up is, I think it's definitely going to end up in my top 3, like on my final list of the year. And it's The Power of Dog, the Netflix film, and it is by Jane Campion, and the cinematic is incredible. I really had
What's that?
It's the Benedict Cumberbatch Western about masculinity and perception.
I've not seen it yet.
It is really on point, and
good reviews though.
It does everything in terms of like deconstructing masculinity and all of that, and I think it does it really well, and has great acting, great characters in there, and you really feel with everybody. And I think it is a movie you have to see at least twice to catch all the subtle things Jane Campion does here, and that's why it definitely in there.
Cool. Is Laura Dern in that one? Is that the one that Laura Dern's in?
No, that's another one, I think. It's Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, and Cody Smith-McPhee.
Oh, okay, the Jesse Plemons. Yeah. Okay, I know which one you mean.
Can't go wrong with that kid.
Good things. And last but not least, that's the latest I have seen that is definitely somewhere up there, and it's the Tragedy of Macbeth, the Joel Cohen film, just one brother. It's an Apple film. I don't know. I think it's going to come out this week or next week. Next week, I guess. This week it's Friday, so it should be already. By the way, people, the Power of Dog is on Netflix.
Wait, Tom.
What's that?
No superheroes or space or giant worms or anything. What the?
And tragedy of
just a tree dude who gets his head chopped off. Really?
And some black and white Shakespeare movie here, and some cowboys without guns.
So haven't Joel and Ethan Cohen announced that they're not going to make any films together anymore?
No.
As well?
Sometimes
was that just a bit?
Sometimes they go out on their own.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize. I was very confused by it being just one Cohen. I didn't know how to feel about that. But if you want to, I guess if you,
what's your favorite Cohen film?
Oh, I mean, there are a lot of.
I know what mine is.
No Country for Old Men, I guess.
No, not mine.
I mean, I think that's mine.
Raising Arizona is mine.
Oh, that's also great.
Absolutely.
Maybe the Fargo about Hoodsucker. I like Hoodsucker Proxy.
Oh yeah, Hoodsucker Proxy is really good.
For kids.
Yeah.
I think not.
I think Lebowski is infinitely rewatchable.
Yeah,
I was trying
to watch that movie forever.
Raising Arizona is just so great. You can see more of the Sam Raimi stuff in that one as well. So I just love it.
But go see Tragedy of Macbeth. It's a really, really good cinematography. The black and white lighting, what they use, it's just incredible. I took a couple pictures, like stills, and it just looks so good. And like the composition and architecture in that. Incredible. And also I don't know if you've seen it, but like in Germany they didn't do anything like in terms of promotion for it, because there was on I think December 5th they had like a free screening for everybody in IMAX and like everywhere in the world, like in London they had it, here in Berlin, and then in Hamburg and other places, and you just could show up and say, hey, I want to see the movie, and then you just get in.
Yeah, but it's not got any superheroes in it, has it? So,
But no, they didn't do any promotion at all. I just got it because Collider posted it, and then a friend of mine saw it on Collider, and then they had the list of couple cinemas they were screening it, and it was the Berlin IMAX, and I was like, oh well, I don't know. Then I talked to my friend who was the GM there, and he was like, they booked it as a private screening, so he didn't know that it was open for people, and it was like super
strange.
Weird.
Are they trying to prove that nobody gives a fuck about old black and white shit? Or what?
I guess, but it's going to be up there acting-wise.
I have to admit, like I've got a caveat that my list, because there's so much that I haven't seen that I want to see. I haven't seen Last Night in Soho. I haven't seen Halloween Kills. I haven't seen The French Dispatch. These are all films I was excited for. So this is kind of based on the three films I've seen this year. This is my top three.
Fair.
This is the Wes Anderson household, and it's paining us that we haven't seen it. It's just come out in the cinema the other day here, but there's like so much shit going on at the moment. We can't even.
Man is on constant rotation. Fantastic.
Should we jump on TV? I'm conscious of time. I think we've spent nearly an hour talking about.
Oh yeah, we're always already.
Let's move it on quick. What's next? Toys.
So TV. Let's blast
through
TV.
I'll move on with TV really quick.
Blast through TV really quick.
Okay.
Tom, what's your favorite TV show?
Succession season 3.
Okay, good. Florey, what's your favorite TV show this year?
Maybe not that quick.
Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Cobra Kai, good choice. James, what's your favorite TV show this year?
Cobra Kai, isn't Cobra Kai coming out this year?
Quick.
Favorite TV show I've watched this year is Seinfeld.
It's been out.
It's the first one I've sat and watched this year. First time I've ever sat and watched all of Seinfeld.
Mine is probably, I'm going to say WandaVision. Done. Right, let's move on.
Hey, my other...
Anyone care to elaborate?
Elaborate? Why do we have to elaborate? It's my opinion. I don't care.
You know what? I want to throw in Ted Lasso was really good.
Yeah, Ted Lasso was good.
Tom's right with Succession. Succession. If you're into that kind of thing, Succession is
Have
incredible.
you seen the third season already?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
The last 2 episodes. Oh my lord!
I've not seen any of it yet. Oh, we've been watching Baptiste.
Baptiste is nice. Yeah.
Baptiste is. Such a good detective show. Honestly, Baptiste is so good. Oh my gosh.
What I will say about Ted Lasso,
it's better than the first, right?
I think people absolutely, they were writing it off at the start, and it's more of the same. As that series built, there is no TV show that has dealt with mental illness in such a heartwarming but also sincere way as what Ted Lasso has done. And I thought that series was fucking incredible.
Apart from the one filler episode with the coach.
Yeah, that one filler episode with Coach was a bit weird, but like, but even that had its moments. But like, Brett Goldstein and the guy that plays Nate are just
They're great. Yeah,
it's just amazing.
He's brilliant, Brett Goldstein.
Anyway, Florey, how about you, mate? You've not dug onto your TV much.
I only said Cobra Kai because I realised it came out on the 1st of Jan, so we got lucky there, and it's coming out again in another week or
December,
something.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, sick. So I can't fucking wait for that because that shit's so hype. And again, that made me happy when I was not, that show.
Yeah, same.
Do you know what I mean? Like with a lot of these things, I think that come out during the pandemic that shall not be mentioned, I don't want any. I'm not in for any like death and killing and carry on. I don't want any misery. I just want something that is fun and makes me. I know I said Halloween Kills was one of my favorite movies, but it's because it's stupid and it just throws a lot of cool looking shit at you. And I didn't have a lot of space this year for. I mean, like Successions or whatever. I watched Dave.
Oh, Dave, the second season. Oh my lord,
Lil Dicky. Yeah, I watched both seasons just the other week.
Have any of you watched Ghosts?
Ghost is also good. Yeah,
really Ghost is incredible. Yeah.
Do you know what Ghost is, Florey?
Never heard of it.
Ghost
check
is
it out.
the best thing ever.
Also on Apple.
Right, so
it's
you
can get BBC iPlayer.
People mention also Midnight Mass, by the way, in the chat. I really enjoyed that as well.
Midnight Mass.
I love Midnight Mass.
Was good. Yeah, Ghost is
not as good as Seinfeld, though.
This girl and her boyfriend.
Nothing's as good as Seinfeld.
And they inherit a giant mansion. Anyway, she falls over in like the first episode and bangs her head, and then she can see ghosts, and there's like 6 ghosts in the house. But it's like they're comedy, but one of them's like a Neanderthal man, and then it's like ghosts throughout history.
He's a Viking. He's a Viking.
Yeah,
and it is just brilliant.
It's the guys that started
horrible
with
histories and stuff,
and then those, and it's so funny.
I also had a good time with White Lotus on. I think it was on Sky.
And there's the scout master who's got an arrow through his neck because you see how they died as well. But there's a guy that got his head chopped off, and he's just got his head.
Christmas episode next week.
Yeah. You should really check down Ghost. It is so good.
What's it on?
Apple.
BBC.
It's BBC, so it would be ABC there.
It was
probably,
I think
right?
it was on Apple, but I'm not sure if it's there.
Oh yeah, okay. I think Apple have got the worldwide streaming.
Squid Game. People say in the chat, by the way, Squid Game. I threw out the.
I've not watched it. Not watched it.
White Lotus.
I found Squid Game boring.
Matt, you should watch Squid Game.
Too stressful, right?
I
say that I've been watching Baptiste, which is really
Battle Royale
stressful.
still better than Squid Game.
Like Squid Game was an interesting one. I didn't dislike it. I just was like, it was like kind of derivative of stuff that. But then that's not fair on it.
It's when you're told to watch something as well. Like loads of people told us to watch Schitt's Creek, and we got through 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I
was on it as well.
No,
we just stopped. Stopped. It's shit.
We keep meaning to watch Schitt's Creek.
No, that's the point, though. I
don't care. It wasn't very funny.
Okay.
Anyone else? Is there any TV series we've not mentioned that's on anyone's lists that cares a mention?
I said White Lotus. Has anybody seen it?
Oh,
Midnight Mass
was that the one in the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
About white privilege and all that. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Had a good cast.
What's the Martin Short and Stephen?
Oh yeah, the House of 30 Murders.
That's on my list. That's on my list.
Is that on your list?
Murders in the Building.
Only Murders in the Building. That's on my list.
I really want to watch that.
That was maybe the best show we watched this year because, like, just a bit of background. Like, I don't watch shows with my wife because I work every night, so I just watch stuff in here. But that became our like Saturday night when I actually sit out their show. So we watch an episode or 2 each time, and it works shockingly well. It's 2 old fucks and then Selena Gomez, and you're like, oh, the old fucks just happened to be 2 of the funniest bastards that have ever been. And they work so well together, and the story's good, and like the setup for it and everything. Saying I don't want things with murder in it. If you give me that with murder in it, I'll take that.
You'll have
forever.
to remind me to watch that because you mentioned that.
People in the chat also mentioned Resident Alien, which was really fun with Alan Tudyk, and
that was good. Resident Alien was good. Yeah, we enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Slightly forgettable because I forgot about it.
Here's a question for you.
And Loki's thrown out here.
Yeah.
I thought
I was going to
Loki
say honorable
was
mention
more
to
about
Hawkeye.
the situation and setting up the multiverse, and not actually a particularly good TV show.
I'm loving Hawkeye,
I
but here's a
preferred
question:
the other ones, yeah.
Was TV better than films this year?
Yeah.
Because we're all
Yes.
riffing off 1,000 TV shows we've loved.
Definitely, there's more
I
going on
mean,
in TV.
the guys didn't go to such many movie screenings, so I guess maybe.
We couldn't.
Yeah, that's.
But like the Marvel shows, it's like what happened in Hawkeye this week, which I won't say, was, and then he fell off my chair. So excited, and Kate was just like.
And then even like
I was
what
like,
we do, things like what we do in the shadows and stuff as well is just so much.
Yeah,
In fact, I was listening to it. I think a podcast. I think it was Cavan Novak. I might be misremembering. I'm sure someone will correct us. But I think Cavan Novak was on about how TV used to be such a throwaway thing. Like it was all kind of
It was like an episodic thing, like Star Trek, for example. It was just an adventure that week, and then it reset.
Yeah, or Friends or something like that. Whereas now
that's the same. It's nothing carried on.
TV's now an event. TV's as much as an event, if not more so, than films now. And the budgets are somewhat higher. Like, even looking into next year, you've got the final season of Ozark. You got the final season of Better Call Saul. You know, I think I'm more looking forward to them than I am any film that's coming out next year, with the odd exception.
Doctor Strange 2's coming out, man.
Well, that's what I said, with the odd exception. But
Tom,
you know,
Yep, Florey. Yep, I didn't want to say. Yep. I got you. I'm feeling you.
Don't you be doing your snarky. We've seen it.
Oh shit! Is this the Spider-Man shit? Oh shit! Doctor Strange 2 is going to be like Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi. That's why we've got Sam Raimi on it. Anyway.
Sam Raimi's directing it, so that means it's going to be really good.
Are we getting into show and tell territory?
Yeah, let's get away from
next.
posters here.
Toys.
Not the poster. I'm sorry, from the TV and screens.
Go, James. What's your favorite toys, James? Oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh
toys.
wow, here we go. Look at that.
What did Nat say when you got that?
How much was that?
Too much.
Make them hard.
Make them what?
Make them hard. It's for children. This is a children's show.
That's what they say.
The thing is, I would prefer the blue shit toy one from when we were kids, with the little pink things.
Well, they have a version. They have a version of that out as well. Oh,
okay.
So yeah, that's one of my.
Are you getting the big backpack?
Yes.
The proton pack.
That's all.
You got to have the proton pack. Is that Neutrona?
Neutrona one.
And does that hook up to it then? Is that
it slots into. There's a screw thing there, so they've it hooks up and the pack controls.
I had the chance, like the Ghostbusters Germany, like the 501 Germany division, kind of for Ghostbusters. They had at the premiere or like fan screening or whatever it was here in Germany. They had they all came out, I think there were 10, 15 of them, and they all had the proton packs and all the outfits, and Ecto 1 was there, so that was nice. And I sent you guys pictures, so you've seen that, so that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I kind of always promised myself I'd never be one of those guys that got prop replicas and stuff.
I've got a phaser and a tricorder over there.
So I didn't get that thing until the backpack went on sale. And when the backpack went on sale, I was like, well, that's it. I've got to get the backpack and I've got to go back and get the wand.
Hey,
so
whatever makes you happy.
You're going to get a jumpsuit.
Exactly.
Get a jumpsuit as well.
So then the other one was on a Ghostbusters theme, was the Kenner retro kind of retro.
Cool. Is that the new one or the one that you made me traipse around?
No, the one that I made you traipse around New York for me to get is still in its box, and that's everything. So that's a mint in box original 80s one.
Like original one.
But this one's the reissue, and apart from a few sizing differences, it's pretty much exactly the same. And it was kind of, again, I bought two, but like.
In the audience, people,
this is bad.
In the audience, did anybody get toys? People, let us know as well in the chat.
And then finally, there's a theme here.
I've got my big boy,
but I kind of collect these York Ghost Merchant ghosts that I think a few people in the collector community do. So there's a clear glass one that they did. So similar to how Matt does.
That's not what I thought that was.
I thought that was like something to it.
A butt plug.
They do like different color variations. So that's the original. And then that was a clear glass one. So that was my number 3.
I'm gonna scoot over and get my boy.
Clear glass.
I can mention the chat here. Xbox Steve saying that he ordered 2 aliens plus a pulse rifle Nerf guns and one to paint.
Ones. Oh, okay. So he's going to do it realistically. I think didn't Phantom City do the box?
Just wanted to say, didn't PCC did something for them? I think so.
Cool.
They did, yeah. Oh, that'll
be box art of the year then.
So talking about traipsing around New York trying to get things, you ordered that years ago.
Yeah. It's my baby.
I have to admit,
it's my second child because I've got another child, a real
someone
one.
That's not a Ghostbusters fan, not a Transformers fan. When I went around to your house and you had that in the living room, I was pretty fucking impressed.
It's really heavy and big.
Andrew Swainson is saying the Hot Toys Mandalorian 2 versions.
Pretty fucking cool, isn't
And Disulu999 says Naka Kessler Werewolf is a beast.
Oh yeah, those NECA, NECA's bringing out some amazing toys at the minute. Those American Werewolf in London ones are amazing, and I think they did the Nazi ones as well that look pretty cool. I just try not to buy.
They're like the new McFarlane, aren't they? Basically,
yeah, they're doing.
McFarlane doesn't make good
really well. Like Mezco do some good stuff as well, but Jesus Christ, I've had that Batman '89 on pre-order for 18 months now, and I think it's been delayed again or something. But it's mad.
Get used to it, James.
I ordered that. Yeah. I ordered that Unicron when we went to New York Comic Con last, so that was pre-pandemic.
Hot Toys
when that went
on sale. 2 years now.
Are they?
Yeah, 2 years.
It's just getting mad. Like I think I posted to you.
I don't pre-order anymore.
Well, this is a thing. Like I like Judge Dredd as well, and there's a company called Higher Toys that have just got the Judge Dredd license, and I've kind of managed to talk myself out of those. But then there's another company that's just got the Batman '89 license, and they've done some new Batman figures, like 1/6 scale ones that look cool. But they were like £200 for a 1/6 scale figure. That seems quite.
Isn't that the regular price?
112.
Oh,
I don't care. I don't care about the cost of something.
Must be nice.
If I want, you know what I mean. If I really want it, I buy small things that are expensive because I just really want it. It's like being a grown up. You know, when you're a kid and you've got pocket money, it takes a while to get out of that mindset of you've only got a finite amount, but I can make my own choices now. And if I want to do that instead of eating, I will.
So just before we jump onto Florey's choices, because Tom, I know you're not massive onto toys, but what would your dream, like if anyone could bring out kind of a dream toy line or something, what would that be for you guys?
Old Republic.
Me?
Yeah.
Old Republic figures.
Oh, from the game.
I've got it. I Transformers.
Okay. About you, Florey.
I love what they're doing with Transformers now.
Oh. What would I make, or like what
would you
like?
What would you like someone to do?
Oh God, I just want them to stop making toys altogether. So I stop feeling that, because I have the completionist thing, and it can be a real issue. And if I buy one of something, it just keeps happening, it keeps going, and that's why yesterday I had my crisis, because I was like, oh my gosh, there's too much stuff in this room. You have to stop. And I don't know what I'm going to do from here, but I think I'll keep my fancy boys up there. I would just have them make the characters that they don't make from Marvel for Hot Toys, because that can be annoying when you want a guy and you don't get the guy. And I would also have them stop taking 2 years to make them.
Mm-hmm. Which one
really starting to give me.
Which one would be top on your list?
For them to make. As he talks away from the mic.
Zombie versions? I like zombie versions.
No, they're doing zombie cap,
yeah, I saw that.
That's not for me. Because I just like, I have rules. You have to have rules. It's MCU, one version of each character, and if you look, there's more than one of each character sometimes. But that's the basic rule. It's just when there's like, I don't know. It's hard, it's hard to say, but there's stuff like Mantis still needs to come for Guardians, and a good Drax with not a fucking weird body and stuff like that. So it's just filling holes, really.
I'd like somebody to have a go. Hot Toys would be a good one. Hot Toys to do like Batman animated series, that'd be cool. Or even Ghostbusters. Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah, the Mondo ones were weirdly painted though.
They're not very good. In fact, I've even.
I think we talked about it before, right?
I think I put it away. Yeah, because I didn't.
You got golf clubs there behind you.
Yeah, because I'm now a middle-aged man.
Oh my
He golfs.
Or even Ghostbusters Hot Toys, but Blitzway did them. I just missed them because they were just so expensive and I couldn't justify it at the time. But...
Yeah, having rules is good. I get 1986 movie Transformers, like, and then there will be others there, but that's kind of like my thing. And that scale as well. So then you're waiting for them to do them in that specific scale.
Yeah.
But I buy the smaller ones as well.
So
and then, or you buy one of them and you go, well, I may as well buy all of them.
Yeah,
exactly right.
How about you, Tom?
Which spins into my top three.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to go. So my 3 is weird, and I've kind of chosen these 3 just because that's what popped into my head. One of them is this tiny little $10 Soundwave here.
I got that
because I have been playing with that on all the podcasts and almost everything that I've done, and I didn't even realize.
It's great to fiddle with.
I didn't even realize it was my favorite until I just saw it there, and I thought, it's just I've been literally playing with that all year, and a lot of this stuff does not get touched. It gets put in its little case, and then there's not allowed to be dust on it. But to have something that, if I had this as a kid, it would have gone in the car, it would have gone to school in the little pocket in your bag, it would have gone everywhere, and I think that's just kind of incredible at 37 years old to still feel that joy out of some stupid little $10 piece of plastic.
The hot rod. Well, no, not that hot rod. The Rodimus Prime does that for me.
Mm-hmm.
That I have that on the desk, and I'm just always.
What is it? The Marie Kondo thing. Does it spark joy? And I think that's the thing that folks have got to take into.
Look at that.
Yeah, like it does. It's amazing.
That is so
That's cool. That is cool, actually.
Following on the theme, right? Then I got this kid, which is the 3.0 or 3A, whichever they are, Bumblebee movie Soundwave. And he is fucking sick. I've never bought anything from this company before because I don't think, like, buying Hot Toys is my main thing. To me, they've always looked a step down. But what they do well is their Transformers figures. I think they're very well done. It's a little bit more plasticky. There's not as much die cast in it. Some of the weathering is not quite what I'd expect from, say, like an Iron Man or a Rescue here or whatever. Like the detail on these things are fucking out of control. But the surprise that I got and the joy from having that design, which I really, really thought was one of the best things about that movie, having that design done so well, like done perfectly, really. Again, just it sparks joy. So I love it, and it just pretty much stays here now. And I think he's probably my favorite Transformer, and Transformers has hit hard. And then we roll into buying him yet again in the perfect edition. This is the Fans Toys / Robot Paradise third-party one that
mine's
came out.
Stuck in limbo since the 26th of November. It's just not coming.
Just the rendering, the way that's coloured, and the way that they use that modelling on there. That, I mean, again, I'm not a Transformers fan, but that's something that I'd like to have on a shelf because it just looks
tell.
Cool.
It looks like a cartoon.
That is really well made. You can just tell.
You've got.
It's heavier than this. It's about the same weight as this, which is.
I've got that the Starscream. Hang on.
Yeah, there's one that you keep showing that's really cool. I mean, I've got a few 3A things, and they're actually quite. I've got the Judge Dredd stuff, and that's quite nice.
By the way,
I was very impressed with that. If they made, I think, if saying what you would like for people to make or whatever, if they just started doing Star Wars ships or something like that in this same way, I think that would look really good.
What's nuts about these, though, that they're making is that still transforms into a fucking jet and still looks good.
Yeah.
It's mad. What I like about those is that you could quite easily just do bright, garish colours on those, yet they wash them out with those pastel colours, which is kind of more reminiscent of how, like, 80s TV was kind of...
They make them look like the cartoon.
Yeah,
really
and I like that. I appreciate the colouring on those. I think that's
And cool. They do them matte, like, most of the time they're matte as well, which is what the show... In my mind, I don't know why, but I know they're cars. I know they're cars.
But they're not,
Yeah, but they're not. Like, they're in the movie, they have some shine on them and stuff. I just like when they're... It's not even a gloss or a matte. It's just like in the middle, and then it's just
satin.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what they should be. Very good.
Really
Some other people in the chat are saying they got Matt's unicorns and both variants, and Ian Fraser wants to bring Zoids back, and tungsten cubes are all the rage. He's saying that.
Zoids did come back. They brought some out.
Ian Fraser was with back when he was a kid. It was a stick and a ball, I think, when they just went poked the ball with a stick.
I'm doing more of those. I'm doing more ornaments.
Yeah.
Or for Americans, what would they call an ornament?
Ornament.
No, because to Americans, an ornament is like a Christmas tree.
That's what it is to me.
Trinket. Or
something that you put on your mantelpiece or on a shelf. That's what we call an ornament. So what would you call that?
I don't know.
What do Americans call it?
Sure.
What do Americans call an ornament?
Oh, we don't call them ornaments either, because that's always
ornaments are Christmas tree decorations to Americans.
Well, same
call it
here.
An ornament.
No, I would call it
a mantelpiece.
Not a statue. It's not a statue. Yeah, no, it's not a. It's a
A mantelpiece is the actual thing around
the
fireplace.
Yeah, the mantelpiece is what it goes on.
That's going to annoy me now. There's no better way.
So Tom, how about you? While I Google this,
Matt, was your unicorn this year the first one, or was it last year?
No,
okay.
No, it was last year. But you can say it was your favorite.
Of course, it's always every year it's my favorite.
It's just transferred
the black
over.
one though.
I'm doing gold
Perfect.
next.
Yeah,
the black one was this year, and the black one was nicer than the silver.
Okay.
I like the black one.
I like the silver one. But just because of reminiscence of the original. And I got something by Attack Peter. I got the Daruma, and I really like how it came out and the size of it, and also the story that's behind the Daruma. I don't know. You guys know what a Daruma is?
I vaguely know. I've seen the thing. So it's this head thing, right?
This head like the Tengu Japanese style looking thing, and it has there's always one eye that's not painted in, and if you paint that in, you basically you set a goal, and if you reach that goal, you paint the eye in. But so this is like a traditional Japanese thing, but he designed it in his own way, and I think it is really cool. And it just came the other day, and I didn't even have time to do like a unboxing for that yet. But it's actually pretty big. It's like I don't know, like 3/4 of my hat. It's like really big, so it's really cool.
That does look really cool, actually.
Yeah. It is fun, and that's a toy I got this year, I guess. And the Mandalorian came, like the Mandalorian I ordered. I think that was this year as well, but I'm not sure.
Are we going on to posters?
Yeah, let's dive into posters.
And then call it quits. I need a piss.
By the way,
you probably don't have to go for a piss.
By the way, people, the poster of the year tournament is still going. Matt Ferguson is still in here. Florey sadly didn't make it against who was it? Annihilation by Christoph Domoradsky. Yeah, I guess not enough support here. Not enough support.
That's true. I think I'm going to.
So Matt, you go first. Matt, what are your posters of the year? As creative director of Vice Press, what are your?
Well, they are all Vice Press ones, but that's because I don't pay any attention to anything else. Although I could throw in one Mondo one, because there's one Mondo one that really stuck out to me.
Go for it.
And I go. So outside of Vice Press, the Mondo one that sticks out to me was the Dune one. It had like it was
the Kiko
red
Sternberger?
and Yeah, that's.
I think that's still also in the race for poster of the year.
That's a really good poster. Aside from that, it was American Werewolf in London by Gabs.
Also still in the race.
I really liked. Another one that stuck out would have been the 2001.
Also still in the race.
Yep.
And then my favourite is Florey's They Live. Because I thought it was
sadly not in the race anyway.
A nice sort of it was just a nice trajectory. Everything that we've been doing together, and I really like that film. So for me, it's a really perfect poster for that film. So I just connected with it on that level.
For me to talk about my own poster, I think it's going to be. I think that'll be the one that it might not present as well on your phone or whatever as some of the more the ones that have more
that's what
going
it was
on.
for me. When we got them in hand, I was just like, that is.
Yeah,
brilliant.
it'll be the best one to have up in your kitchen or above your mantle or whatever. When it's on the wall, I think that's really going to make sense, that poster. I think that'll look really good.
The irony of that poster as well is it says so much about the film just in its style and how it's presented because of the nature
thing,
of
isn't it? It's so 80s. It's
very smart. That's on my top 3 as well, by the way. So we don't have to retread it again.
There's a question on: is there any update on when the Gaps 12 posters will ship? By the way,
they've all shipped.
They have.
Okay, they've all gone. They've all gone.
So they should be there soon, buddy.
If you ordered it from Zavvi,
you might get it tomorrow, dude.
If you've ordered it from Zavvi, then you need to chat with Zavvi because they have them.
Yeah, I saw the boxes go out the other day.
By the way, Marco, I think that is there a reward for most points? I think there's for the Post of the Year tournament. There is the winner gets one of my books, which I will talk about a little later here, I guess. And so
you should talk about your book.
So, Florey, do you want to dive into your top 3 posters? I think Matt, you've done yours, haven't you? Did you do?
I've just done it. I did 4 really in the end. So, good.
I'm similar to Matt. I can't remember any fucking posters that came out, but I'm gonna say if Phantom City released anything this year, probably something they did because they're the best.
They released this guy.
Me
here.
Well,
that's the only one I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not very good. Their Godzilla was really great. The Godzilla versus Kong was very good.
That was cool. So Matt's Transformers was this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
was that this year? Yeah, I really, really, really like that. It's over there. He sent me one, and again, it's like even better. I've seen that thing fucking 10,000 times because he was working on it forever, and I just think it's incredible when you in hand like to have a poster of that quality for that film. We're talking about Transformers '84, the movie, '86. Is just amazing, and to pair it with the Blu-rays and all that sort of shit. I can't believe what a time to be alive kind of stuff. Like this poster exists.
Pretty fucking crazy that I love Transformers that much. The first tattoo I ever got was a Transformers Autobot tattoo, which I've got on my back. And then I'm fucking doing...
It's crazy.
The Blu-rays and the posters and shit.
And it's really very good. Like it's an actual poster for the movie. And that's what more and more in my own stuff, I'm like, I'd want to make an actual poster for this film. And I think that's a real poster for that movie, similar to like your Empire or whatever. This isn't just bullshit we're chucking up on the internet to sell a couple of copies. It's actually good. So I like that one. And other than that, I don't know. What even came out this year? Was anything good? No. There was when I went on Espresso Beans. I went on Espresso Beans.
Matt Griffin's 2000.
Oh yes, no, I very much enjoyed that too, and I thought that was one of the cleverest. That made variants great again. Like it, I don't know why I said it like that, but that was.
We should release a T-shirt that says that.
No, we really
opened the door to just going wild with a variant because he just went, "Can we do it like this?" And it was like, well. Yeah, because usually it's just like a slightly different color, but he just went.
Yeah, and it's really great. And now I'm stealing that for one of mine, which Matt knows about, to do the variant. Be the more. It's going to be pretty interesting. And I think he did an amazing job there. Again, that's an actual poster for that movie. It's very good, and I liked it.
Awesome, yeah. But Florey, for this matter, I do this tournament so people can recap what came out.
I know, but I don't like any of those posters. That was the problem. I went on Espresso Beans.
A lot of them a lot of the posters just fucking go into the background of your brain. They just disappear and nothing.
I went on Espresso Beans for the first time in a couple of years to have a look, and I clicked 2021, and there was like 14 pages of 311 posters, and I never got past them, so I gave up on that. And this is where we are.
I feel when I have to click through those for like selecting the images.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's always stuff that sticks out, and certain things stick out either because you sort of are personally attached to it, or just because you remember it. Like that's why I said that Dune poster, because it just appealed to me. I just liked it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not overthinking
different to all the other shit Dune posters. Because seriously, there was some shit Dune posters.
Oh, so many.
Everything's someone's favorite of something, if that makes sense. That's the thing. Even what you might think is the worst is somebody's favorite, and I think that's the thing to remember. And I think so for me, poster-wise, so I've already mentioned yours, Florey, and I have to agree. I think when you first kind of showed it us, because we'd not asked you to do it, I think you just sent it through. I was like, holy fuck, that's really cool. I did worry about the commerciality of it. But actually, again, the reception of it's gone down incredibly well. I mean, Sideshow really enjoyed Sideshow sold the variant as well, and that kind of did well through those. The regulars completely sold out, and for me, that was such a clever idea, and it was one of those that, again, like I mentioned before, just summarized and encapsulated the film and what the film was about without hitting you over the head, and I quite liked that. So the other one for me was George Bletzis's Mallrats. I really, really like George Bletzis's Mallrats. There's a lot. I mean, part of that is because
the crazy foil variant.
Yeah, the Magic Eye foil variant. Right. That was kind of cool. And between George and Matt going back and forth with ideas, that kind of turned into something that was really cool. And again, I think we've only got a handful of the regulars left. The variants long sold out. And for me, the third one was really difficult, and it was kind of thrown between two. Andrew Swainson's Jaws is incredible. I really like that.
I was going to say Andrew Swainson's Jaws. Actually.
It's so clever, and it looks really cool as well. And yes, we are doing a 24x36 version at some point, which is why the editions is an editions variant. And for sneaking another one, Drew Millwood's The Thing. I really like that still. So it was quite I mean, I'm really proud of everything we've released this year. I think every artist has kind of done a really good job, and I think the printing has been great. And I'm just really proud of everything that everybody's contributed, and genuinely
been a good one.
Thank you, and we hope to kind of carry on doing that. And I don't think, we've had nothing that. If something's not done well commercially, it's not for the lack of the art being great. The art's been phenomenal.
And it also reflected in the tournament. I think I tagged you for, I think even in the second round, like with 32 posters left, I think 5 of them are vice press.
Something like that, or kind of at least linked to us through Bottleneck with the Jurassic Park ones and being our licenses.
Even more.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So no, we're kind of thankful to the. I mean, it's just weird. Yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling. Tom, how about your 3?
First up,
now this should be good. The man that actually knows posters is gonna.
I think that's why I did the prediction thing as well, and I think that's why my prediction bracket is still on top. But I picked Casino, the Jay Conto Casino with the card that is like up somewhere.
I do like that.
I've clicked that a few times.
I really enjoyed this one. And second is the Anne Benjamin, The Graduate poster from Mondo. And
Anne Benjamin stuff's always incredible.
It's so good. So well drawn, and I think when you have it's even better in hand. And I think
I don't think I've seen it.
It went a little under people's radar, and this is great.
I always liked Laurent's.
Was that partly the Graduate one that she did? Was it through was it a Nautilus
Mondo
cross
release?
Mondo?
You got the basically the regular was Mondo with the yellow bus with the high school bus, and the other one.
I prefer the teal one. Again, going back to the colouring that we were saying earlier, I'm such a sucker for those kind of
I don't like that poster.
Pastels, but yeah.
I might be looking at a different poster there.
It's in a
bus. No, I've got it up. That's cool. Yeah,
and you can actually see it's like it has like you can see the texture on it, like how it was printed. Like when you actually have it in hand, there's actually texture on it, so it's like really cool. And last but not least,
Anne Benjamin's she's brilliant. I don't think she doesn't do enough in this world or whatever. And to be honest, I don't follow anyone because I can't be fucked. But she's anytime I see anything of hers, even back in the day, she's always been.
Yeah. Last but not least, I have Rory Kurtz's Lamp poster for the movie, for A24's movie, and this one, this one is.
It's a good one.
It's really cool, really cool. I really had a good time on this one and with this one, and I actually I didn't get the G Clay version yet because like the shipping cost from the States is so incredible high, and also on the other side, I mean, A24 is packing it, so I had a bunch of people already got problems with that, but I got at least the one sheet for it, so that's really cool.
That man can draw a picture. I'll give him that much. My goodness.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. That's those are my choices, people. So and Yeah.
That's it then.
We did it.
Not that Matt's got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
I need
The
a
toilet.
piss really bad. I'll tell you what, if I go for a
Yeah.
piss and you're still talking,
Yeah.
I'll come
Sure.
back on for a minute, but I'm going to go because
Go
I'm
for a
actually
wee.
going to piss myself and I'm sat on a
Nothing-
chair.
Not on the
and
new
wet my
chair.
trousers. Yeah. It costs a lot of money, this chair.
I'll just do my little.
Just
My
keep
I think
talking a
one
minute,
thing with Nautilus that I'm kind of their stuff is, while it might not be the most commercial in terms of films and properties that they tend to choose, the artwork is always incredible. And I think that's the thing that I always with me and Matt are in a fortunate position, right? Because we generally, if we like a film and we like an artist, we try and bring the two together. So theoretically, every poster we released for us is a dream poster because it's an artist plus a movie that we like. And I think, when you look at a lot of Nautilus's releases, the artwork is so great, but it's not necessarily for films that I personally enjoy. So it's not something that you'd necessarily buy, but by God, you've got to appreciate what they're doing.
Respect for the craft.
I think these kids in the chat are talking about one that I actually forgot. Maybe the only real poster that I actually took note of this year was that Last Night in Soho one by
James Patterson.
I don't know. Did they say James Patterson? But is that the painty one where it's kind of like really well laid out and everything? Yeah. So that was really, really cool. Obviously we have no images of it, and I'm just mentioning it off the cuff. So, but that actually made me pause and go, okay, we can still do cool things.
Oh yes, yeah. That's kind of.
And I've not seen the film, so I don't know if it fits well with it or whatever. But I just thought it was really cool.
I think it does. It does.
So it reminded me a lot of Tony Stella.
Yeah.
Tony Stella's art, who again is incredible. But yeah, no, me and Matt, or Matt and I, we saw that and we really liked that. He's an artist that we kind of.
I timed out Trevor here for a second. just putting it out there. Also, what I wanted to say, I'll just do my little plug here, and for everybody today.
Go for it. We want to know about
today.
Your
2.5 hours ago, the Film on Canvas, a fine artist made movie posters book just dropped on Kickstarter, and you can get over there filmoncanvas.com and find it there. And this is a project from the heart for all the poster fans out there, and I hope you all enjoy this. And here's a little glimpse into the book, because we talked about Akiko Sternberger earlier. She did a version of Madame X by Singer Sargent and turned it into Fleabag, which is pretty cool. And
I like the cover. The cover with the
thank you.
wave.
That's Mark Bell's piece. He did
Poor old Mark. He did
Hokusai.
a lot.
Hokusai, his great wave, and turned it into Jaws. So that's pretty cool. And the Fleabag.
We're hoping to work. We're working more with Mark next year. We've started talking about a project, which isn't a film poster,
awesome.
But yeah,
such a nice guy. He's a good artist. He's a nice guy.
We had a good time with him at Thought Bubble, didn't we?
It was just unfortunate. The work situation.
Also, another piece I can show off, which is also on the side, film on canvas.com. Just go over there, and then you see Steven Sampson, the Dark Inker. He did Gustav Klimt doing Dracula, and I think this one turned out so amazing, and especially by the fact that the Dracula movie from '92, Bram Stoker's Dracula, used for the set design, designs by Klimt, and put that in there. And I mean, it's definitely suiting turning this into a movie poster and in the style of Klimt. So
Steven Sampson is a well kind of educated guy when it comes to films and set design and he's a good old dude. I haven't spoken to him. We used to speak quite a lot back when he was when I was first doing bits and bobs, and he's I'll check that out.
So this is it. There's a bunch of teasers that are on Instagram at Dropbank Official. You can find it there.
Wonderful. How much does it cost?
The book itself is $35, that is, and
that's okay. That's good. How many pages?
It has 144 pages, and there will be some doodle pages in there for the people. So like the artists have the chance to buy a couple more and bring them to conventions and have some doodles in there. So
what do
if they
the
want
remark
to do that,
shit. People always ask me to do that. Can you just do a little remark on that?
Less than 30 cents a page. Less
no.
than 30 cents a page. That is a bargain.
Indeed, yeah. And it's...
Oh, James, for fuck's sake, you don't work. No.
What sort of? How's it going to be bound?
It's a hardback,
and
and you can actually, there's like stages. You can get bookmarks with it. You can get a poster card set, like from all 30 posters in the book, and so many cool.
I wish I'd done my book like fabric bound instead of I did just like this sort of matte paper, and it just tarnishes. Gets dented and scuffed.
You know what I've just realised? That
What?
I want to see Matt present a program like Jonathan Ross or Graham Norton when you get these guests on that are promoting something, and he's like, "Go on, how much does it fucking cost?"
He's trying to help.
I wanted to know because I might buy one. What do you mean? If he said $100, I'd be like, fuck no. But he said $35, I'll probably buy one now.
Yeah, it's
for my mind on this book, it's a very, very good idea that I can't believe hasn't been done before. And
did we say the idea?
Honestly, when you said you were gonna do this, so yeah, the idea is artists doing posters in the style of classic painters and stuff, right? So that's a very good idea, and the artwork is shockingly good. I can't believe that people have had this time to do this. I can't believe that they can do art this good in some cases.
No, because I would have done something for it, but I've just been like, I've had Hasbro with a shotgun to my head for half the year.
Well, we'll do volume 2, all right? Commit now. We'll do volume 2 if you
totally
get this one through. We'll do volume 2. Tom, how's that sound?
Yeah.
Cool.
100%.
But I think you've done very well there, Tom. I think the book's really cool from what I've seen. So people should buy it and.
Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Was that it? Is that us?
That's us.
Are we done?
James is
Merry Christmas, and to all a good New Year. What does Father Christmas say?
Himself?
I think James is muted.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm muted. I went on mute at first, and then forgot to talk about joyous Christmas and fantastic New Year. Thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. We will be back in the new year with a proper new season on top of these bonus episodes. We should also have another bonus.
Oh shit! I said I was going to give something.
We'll do it in a sec. We should have another bonus episode dropping soon, which is the live panel from Thought Bubble. We just had some technical difficulties with the first few minutes, so we'll have that. That was fun. But yeah, Matt, you wanted to give something away.
The giveaway is whatever anybody wants that I've got.
You want to ask a question?
And the person that gets it is random. Just
I tell you what, ask a question.
Whoever's watching still now, someone.
Hold up.
And you can pick anything if I've got it, and I'm willing to give it you. So don't say Guardian.
Hold up. I need
first person to say Zanzibar.
First person in the comment section to name the dog from Hawkeye series gets the prize. So what's the dog called? Hawkeye
dog
series
from
called?
Pizza dog. I got it. Yeah,
I just sent you a tube, Tom, with something very, very good in it.
So whoever is gonna write it first, then I guess.
So who's doing it? Who's written it first? Everyone's gone.
No.
Did
someone say free Zanzibar?
That.
Somebody's typing Zanzibar. I mean, it's a little delayed, so they're all writing Zanzibar in some sort of way.
Well, that wasn't the question, was it? It's the first person to write
Pizza Dog. There, Oliver Parks. He did it.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Oliver Parks, you've won.
I thought it was Lucky the Pizza Dog. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
No, it's
Oliver
the Pizza
Parks,
Dog, right?
you better message James at Vice Press and then.
Yeah. info@vice-press.com.
Yeah, and you can just basically have anything that I've done or the Vice Press has done if
we have copy.
We've got it. Yeah.
Sorry, chat kids, I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me next time.
So, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. We will be back in January, as I say, with a new season and a new series. And have a great Christmas. Have a fantastic New Year. Thank you very much for supporting Vice Press over the past 12 months.
Oh, my
I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Buy more shit.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. I got boosted today.
We're still on, Matt. We're still on.
And it really hurts.